We woke to the shock news this morning that 5 people had been charged over the death of Matthew Perry. One of those was Dr. Salvador Plasencia, accused of writing damning text messages about the Friends star. The doctor's been cooperating with authorities and has been released on bail. His lawyer is Stefan Sachs, who joins me now from Los Angeles. Stefan, thank you so much for your time. Now, Matthew Perry openly battled addiction his entire adult life. He never shied away from that. Did your client take advantage of him?
Absolutely not. Dr. Plasencia was trying to help Mr. Perry and provide medical care that would ease his problems and hopefully allow him to lead a better life. And I would point out that ultimately what led to Mr. Perry's untimely and very tragic, sad demise was a result of the other individual involved in this case, who has been notoriously referred to, and rightfully so, as the ketamine queen.
And how did your client feel when Mr. Perry's assistant went to get even more of the ketamine, as is alleged, from the so-called ketamine queen?
He was very troubled and very saddened and very disturbed because, this was not something that was in, obviously, Mr. Perry's best interest, health-wise or medically, and the other people that were involved were just reckless and had no disregard for the health or safety of Mr. Perry at the very end.
It is alleged that Dr. Plasencia wrote in a text message that "I wonder how much this moron will pay," which is absolutely damning if true. Did he write that?
We have not been provided with the evidence in the case yet.
But you've spoken to your client. Has he agreed or denied that he wrote that?
Dr. Plasencia just was released a short time ago, and I've not had an opportunity to talk to him about that particular statement as of yet.
It's damning if he did, though, don't you agree?
Well, I wouldn't, from a legal standpoint, I wouldn't say it's damning. From a personal judgment standpoint, it certainly would be considered rude and inconsiderate and unprofessional, depending on the context in which it was made. So I think it was a poor choice of words if it was in fact said, but it has nothing to do with guilt or innocence on a federal criminal case. Doctors
sign an oath that they will do no harm, and your client would have known how harmful overuse of ketamine can be. Was your client more interested in making money from Matthew Perry than in his care?
Absolutely not. Dr. Plasencia's first and only concern was Mr. Perry's health. From the business standpoint, obviously, it would appear that he was looking to get paid an appropriate amount, or some would say, excessive amount, depending on how you look at it.
But if he knew the harmful effects, and if he knew that his client, Matthew Perry, was also accessing the ketamine from the ketamine queen, then surely that's an abrogation of care.
Well, Dr. Plasencia wasn't aware that Mr. Perry was obtaining ketamine from other individuals initially, and when it became apparent that there might be something else going on, he wasn't providing any ketamine to Mr. Perry at that point.
So if Dr. Plasencia was still treating Matthew Perry, do you think that he would still be alive today?
I would like to think that that would be the case, yes, because Dr. Plasencia was concerned about ensuring that the amount of ketamine that Mr. Perry was receiving was medically appropriate and would not cause any sort of issues like cardiac arrest or other medical problems.
And was he shocked when Matthew Perry passed away?
Extremely shocked and extremely saddened. In the short time that he was treating Mr. Perry, he did like him very much and thought he was a very nice man. And to see something like this happen was just devastating to him.
It's a tragic loss. Stefan, we appreciate your time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Stefan Sachs there.